Starbucks announced yesterday that in the wake of the arrest of 2 black people that were just sitting there waiting for a friend, something that has happened millions of times right the way across the country, that they're going to shut down all their 8,000 stores and do worker retraining. I'm wondering if, given the conversation that we had a little bit earlier about the power of corporations in this moment to either to perpetuate racism, or these private spaces where the Philadelphia police chief said, well, the company called me and told me I had to arrest them, and so our protocol is that whenever a corporation calls us and tells us to come arrest somebody, that's what we go do. And that this company was just, so I guess civil rights are suspended when one is inside of a corporation. So I'm wondering what your thoughts are. Is that the effective solution, and what does it say about the role of corporate power right now?
So Starbucks is taking a much bigger step than any corporation I've seen. They're going to lose about $200 and something million, according to some analysts, by having to close down all of their stores for a day, still paying their employees and not selling anything. And it is the first step. They also turn over a tremendous amount of their employees every year. So 3 months from now, 6 months from now, those employees that go through this day-long training won't even be there. Many of them won't even be there, regardless of what you think about the effectiveness of a one-day training. And so to the extent that it has to be an ongoing effort at this corporation, and Starbucks also has an opportunity to really talk now about the fact that their people come from all places in this society. They come from communities and racist structures just like everyone else. And how do we as a country deal with the work that we need to do to change the rules? I think what I don't want to get lost is the role of the police department in all of this. The role that the Fraternal Order of Police in Philadelphia, which supported Donald Trump, which has stayed supporting Donald Trump, that the head of the police department could come out and say, the police did nothing wrong, but we're going to do an investigation. That
he's black too, isn't he?
Well, look, this is why this is about power. I think back to the fact that imagine there was no video. Imagine there were no outraged white patrons. It would have been like in so many other situations, a black person's word against the police officers and a white person. And in this country, we always lose. And so to the extent that this video, this moment, gives us an opportunity to have a larger conversation, to have an unapologetic push at the enablers, whether they be the mayor of Philadelphia, who is standing by his police chief, whether they be all the other forces that need to be more nervous about disappointing black people. I think that Starbucks will do as much as we continue to push them to do. They've already shown that they're willing to do much more than other corporations. Mr. Crawford was shot in a Walmart store in Ohio, and we heard nothing from Walmart, right? And that too was
even though they make a lot of money off of black communities.
They are the largest private employer of black people in America. So the extent that Starbucks has taken a much bolder step, it is a first step. And for us at Color Change, we're about impact. So a year from now, 2 years from now, how will things look? That will be the metric of success.
Well, we'll be following the impact that these efforts have on Starbucks and what their result is, and right the way across the board for all corporations. So thank you for your insights on Starbucks. And for more of our conversation with Rashad, keep an eye out. It'll be coming to you in a couple of weeks.